Hello everybody, welcome to another Zabbix video. This time we are talking about shortest path, how to detect which devices are offline. If they are offline, what's the error message to understand why. Also, this video will help to detect inconsistencies with your Zabbix installation in no time. Everything will be based on Zabbix API, and this tutorial is very applicable to 7.0 LTS version. Let's start. Here I have a ready template which is not yet applied to the host object. For those who are not familiar with the Zabbix API, I want to guide how to get familiar. And in my situation, I have a dedicated user already. This user is called API. It's assigned to the user group no access to the front end, but it's running super admin role, which means practically we have read access to all devices, all objects. So this is dedicated user, which is a service user for API. Then we need to generate API token over here. Here I have a profile already. I will click regenerate, which will destroy the previous token, and now I have a brand new one. We'll copy this session token to the clipboard, and now the template. Inside the template there is 43 items right now, but only single item is doing data collection. The single item is script item, and it will run 6 API calls like get hosts, get items, get triggers, get proxies, and then it will aggregate different statistics to figure out like what's the damage in the infrastructure, and show kind of like the biggest damage on the top. If there is one host which is dominating with unsupported items, this template will have a built-in dashboard, and it will tell like which is the most like probably waste of resources or something not working big time. Okay, so this script item, that's the single one which is doing some fetching. For readability, here is a user macro. I personally keep session token in a global level, but for the simplicity I will replace this thing with the pattern from the clipboard. So the session token is here, and the URL, usually this is also quite a standardized user macro, and you should have it at the global level, and the value of this should be the URL of your front end. I will copy this to the clipboard and paste it over here. So two things must be populated before we run. And now even in the template level, while the template is not yet attached to the host object, I can click the test button, and if the token is valid, if the URL is valid, it will work. So clicking the test button, these should expand immediately. You should not have empty fields. If we did fill the fields here, this page should have all 3 fields filled. Okay, get value and test. Now the backend is running this script item using 6 API calls, and if the output is JSON, and I have some sort of JSON here, then it means it works. The token is valid and the URL is valid. Okay, so these are valid values in my situation, and I will update this template. Now the template contains hard-coded values. To run this on a daily basis, we should apply this template to a host object. Here we have a host object summary, and I will search for template availability widget by Zabbix API. Okay, update. And now it's running. By the way, inside the template level, we have some characteristics we can customize. How frequently we should run the API call. I don't have big installation. I can afford to run every 6 seconds. And what else? the whole solution will be based on like JSON data and also creating an HTML. And the HTML is limited in the size of 64 kilobytes, and that's the reason why we have this variable. So we are always limiting the output to 99 records just to not corrupt the HTML file. Here also the bug level 1 day. Usually if everything is suitable, this should be 0, but to understand how it works, then we are keeping 1 day. Okay, update every 6 seconds, update. And now what is the outcome? By the way, so this template is having built-in dashboard. And actually, like, to highlight what kind of problem it resolves, this template, when we go to the global dashboard, we have this host availability widget, where I have like a love and hate relationship with it. It's a nice thing to show some statistics, but these numbers are not clickable. And I have made already videos about like unpacking what's behind, but I never covered all of the bad news in this one video. Like this time I will cover this not available column and unknown column. Like we really want to know, like, what is this digit, what is that, and what is that, like what kind of host objects sit behind these numbers. And the dashboard will cover that, and not only that. Okay, let's have a look how it looks like. So the template is applied to the host, which is called summary, and it has a dashboard. Let's click on the dashboard, and this is the answer. Like, we have so many pages here, like a lot of statistics about like how the instance is going on. The first page, active checks. So I will open now in another tab. The active checks, we have this field, and we have two things like available. That's maybe not so entertaining, but when something is not available, I care about like what's not available. Or when something is unknown, we have free. I care like what is that. And now in the dashboard I have exactly the numbers matching, like not available 1, and here I have a clickable link. It's an HTML document. If I click here, I can immediately visit here the host object, and we see the red icon. If we click on it, we see active checks are not available. Like this HTML was not lying. For the unknown, like unknown is when Zabbix is confused. Either the proxy is down or something is, or the template is not linked. So let's have a sample here. And we see like the icon is grayed out. This is treated as unknown situation. If we open, we see like, yeah, it seems to me that this host has never received any data. That's the reason why it's unknown. Okay, next tab, interfaces ZBX. So this is passive checks where Zabbix proxy or Zabbix server is reaching out to the equipment. Falling back to that host availability widget, passive checks refer to this line, and we have number 5. What is behind this 5? The answer is this. And we have error message right in the table, which like really saves the time to understand the if it's a timeout issue, maybe it's a firewall issue, or the agent is down. So we see the error message right away. Since this is not really like a real-time thing, like you still influence the frequency of the API call, and API can be also heavy if we do too much and too frequently. And to make sure it's a problem right now, we can click on the error message, and we see the red blood over here. If we do the click, we see the same message is here. So it should not lie. If you want to trust the error and you think like, okay, it makes sense, I know it has to be on, has to be down already, and we want to take immediate action, then we can click here on the host object like 22 and visit the host object and maybe like disable the object or delete object if we think that it's a deprecated object. Next chapter, network equipment, SNMP devices. So I have 2 rows. Also the error is highlighted on the fly. And here the table SNMP, 2 not available devices. And yeah, the same story as with the passive agents checks. Java also is covered inside the template. Here we see passive checks Java not available, number 1. Now unknown ZBX and SNMP. The unknown is this one, and ZBX is this one, and SNMP is this one. 2 and 1. If we select this one, we see like for the agent passive checks, these are confused host objects, and it can happen if we create an object with an IP address, or we create an object with an interface, but we don't link a template. And if I open here this guy, the templates are there, so that was not the use case, but the interface, since this remove button is active, I can really click and interface disappears. It's really an indication that interface is not used at all. So this is this unknown tab, unknown ZBX, which is reflecting here, unknown ZBX number 2. Like if we are confused like what sits behind, then the answer is this page, and we can click on it and figure out like can we remove the interface. A very similar situation for the SNMP. Here I called the hostname SNMP without template. If we open, we see the interface is there, that there is no template. Like it's a half-made job, and it's not really working. Zabbix is not trying to fetch anything because the template is missing. Next thing, items unsupported. Now the entertainment starts. I was talking about biggest damage on the top, or take the low-hanging fruit first. Now this API sequence plus some aggregation inside the JavaScript, it's able to figure out like which host objects contains the most unsupported items. And here we see the host title, and if we click on that link, it immediately goes to the source, and now we can click on these things and understand like what is the error message and concentrate on those hosts to figure out what's the issue. Next section, low-level discovery rule. So LLD rule also can be unsupported. If we click, it will filter out all unsupported roles for one particular host which was highlighted in the list. The next chapter, disaster, and this was very entertaining for me to create. I got this idea from scratch. I just thought in my mind it's entertaining, and if I click on it, what it does is it will look on absolutely all item keys inside the infrastructure and look which item key does not work at all. And I mean, it does not work on any host. I mean, like, I am a very bad monitoring architect. I thought I created a solution, and here I see count 9. I made an item key on 9 hosts, and the ratio, how bad it is, it's 100%. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing. And then, so these things are clickable. The second place is 6, count of 6, and if I click on this, it goes and it tells like Zabbix proxy server, there is like process, data sender, and since these 6 proxies are passive proxies, then the sender is absolutely confused, and to save like a one CPU cycle, it may be a good idea, like first of all, like this is passive proxy. If I think the proxy will never be switched to the active proxy, then it is a good idea to select these guys and disable. Like make a decision like to improve. Otherwise, there are some CPU cycles going away. To retry those disabled items. Okay, the next tab, ratio, which is absolutely the same as this one, but it will not be filled with the bad news. It will tell it that it's using the same algorithm, aggregating aggregating same item keys on all of the hosts, and here the top lead is 16 hosts are running system.software.operating system, and the ratio of bad is 6%. It's not a big damage, but if we click on the thing, we can see now the context. Like, we can think about what kind of operating systems are running in my infrastructure, like Red Hat, Ubuntu, Windows, and here like one is not working, and if I click the error, unknown metric system software OS, and I think this is outdated agent. This item key was released not to only for the newest agents. Next chapter, triggers with errors. Here, like sorting the biggest damage on the very top. If I open one example, click, I can see like I have 85 triggers in total, and these are all the ones which is having some trouble, and we can investigate, figure out, like here it says item not supported, so I can fix the root cause, make the item unsupported. Or also it can be a solution to save a CPU cycle or so, to disable these like triggers, so it does not even try to evaluate. Okay, next chapter, unknown GMX on IPMIs. This is less. This is not used so frequently, but I still keep here. Disabled hosts. It's like a very low point of entertainment, but if we start to massively disable things, maybe once per year it's a good idea to revisit like these items, how many items are disabled, because if they stored, if they collected historical data, the historical data always will stay in the database as long as we delete the item. And if we keep these items too long, maybe you treat the database as a gold thing, and we should like avoid storing garbage. Maybe it may be a decision to like delete the item from template, or if it's coming from the low-level discovery rule, improve the filtering so I don't need to disable any items. Okay, next chapter, disabled hosts. Same purpose, once per year. Maybe we want to figure out like why I made this host and now it sits in disabled state, and maybe delete the host, because the data from the database probably will be removed only when deleting the host object. And the last one is good news, like how many healthy items are running on the hosts, like which host is the leader host by the healthy items. And here maybe the idea is to address that if the number is big, maybe this host is taking like 1% of the database space, or maybe if it's interface monitoring, I can think, do I really care about all interfaces? Maybe need to improve low-level discovery filtering. Okay, that's everything here. Just a reminder that if some sections are important for you, like active checks, or like you like one of the section, items unsupported, what we can do is we can copy this very URL, copy, and visit your user profile, which is over here, user settings profile, and there is like the favorite dashboard after you succeed logging inside the instance. So this means like zero work. This is coming from a template. You don't need to create a dashboard manually. So it can forward over here. So page number 6 inside this template dashboard. I will hit cancel here. I have already my favorite. Right now I will end the video with the like how to add the translation to this very widget. Since it's a template dashboard and it's not the same as global dashboard, if you want to give all the team members the opportunity to see what's not available, then we can create global dashboard. And the strategy here is simple. Like, we edit the dashboard, we create the widget like this, add widget, and there is item history, and here show lines 1. And now, like, what category we want to capture? For example, not available agent active. And how we do is we click here, add, and write manually this red stuff like not available, and comma, and it will scan all the templates and recognize there is an item inside the template. This item holds HTML data. Now, so not available, Zabbix agent active, and we tell that data is HTML. I prefer monospace, and add. Okay, and this is the answer for the one of the numbers. Okay, let's practice a little bit more. Copy and add another widget, paste, and let's add this same. Actually, this must be vertical. It will look more beautiful, better. Okay, and this is vertical, and for the active checks not available, and maybe we care about unknown. So the strategy here would be select items and the keyword unknown, comma, and it recognizes the HTML item inside the template. Unknown active. Click, update, and update. And now we step by step we translate all those elements here. I think I made all of the confused ones, not available, mixed, not sure I understand the meaning. Yeah, for me the most entertaining is unknown and not available. Maybe the last example for the passive agent checks, okay, not last, but agent passive checks and SNMP equipment, and then everything should be perfectly fine. Why I select copy, paste, click, and now we will select not available and agent passive checks, update, and voila, looks almost great. And like this. Copy, and edit, paste, and here the last not available SNMP should be the very important category. Apply, and here you go. Like passive checks for agent, passive checks for network equipment, and not available active checks, which is super important with the red icon. This is using only active checks, and if we want the unknown, then just follow the lead in the same manner. Okay, one entertaining bit inside the script, like what the script item is doing, it's running 6 methods: item get, discovery get, and it's trying to its best to filter out the only necessary fields for the aggregation, the bare minimum fields which are required to generate all these statistics. Item get, discovery get, interface get, host get, 6 methods in total. And I made actually benchmarking, benchmark how much time it takes to fetch these stats and how much time it takes to do the aggregation. And if we go to the latest data page for this host, there are metrics called time aggregate, API fetching, and time total. So these we must really visit this Absolutely. Like if you decide to use this template and you think like, what's the golden rule? How frequently to fetch the data, to not overload the database? If you ask like, will this solution overload the database? My answer is absolutely. Like it's like every minute. Here I have actually every 6 seconds. Usually I think like every 1 hour should be fine. So this is update frequency, how frequently to run these 6 API calls to give extra load on the front-end server. And the answer is, so API fetching, it consumes really 2.5 seconds to really succeed just the fetching, just to obtain the data. It takes such amount of time. And to run the rest of the script actually consists of 200 lines or something. It's quite interesting. That also costs like 2 seconds or something. It depends like how many CPUs the proxy is having, and so please look on these numbers, and these numbers will indicate like I think the most important one is API fetching, because this will overload the database. Every 1 minute it will kind of overload the database for 2 solid seconds in my situation. If you see here like 10 seconds, then yeah, it's better to maybe run once per hour or so. Okay, that's everything for this video. The template is in the video description. Actually, the revision of this template is in the video description. I think right now I will continue to improve this template if I have some other ideas. So check the video description. There will be a link with the exact template used in the video, and some other links if some other ideas come in mind, to check the GitHub, how it's progressing from the April 2025. Maybe something gets improved. Also, 7.2 version, the script does not fail in the 7.2 version, but all the blue links, all the clickable links, all the convenience clicking, that is not working. So if you are excited to make this happen on the 7.2, this template can be a good startup capital. Just apply the template, you will see all the tables, but none of the or most of the links will, or some of the links will not work, and it's fixable. Just visit the script item, locate the URL, figure out what's the correct URL, where must be the variable placed, and yeah, we can make it work on earlier versions as well. Okay, if you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.